Now from Fox. Let's go out now live out to Los Angeles. We are getting a news conference. We want to listen in and see what is going on right here with this news conference.
BRIANCLAYPOOL. I'm the owner of the Claypool Law Firm in Pasadena, California. The reason we're here this morning is because I'm announcing that our office and our co-counsel will be filing a $75 million lawsuit against the County of Los Angeles, in particular, the LA County Department of Children and Family Services. On February 18, 2024, a young boy named Justin Bully died of a fentanyl ingestion in his home. Horrific case. We've already filed a $75 million lawsuit in that case on behalf of the father and the siblings of Justin Bully. Since that, we have learned some shocking information. We thought that that would be the only case stemming from the fentanyl death of Justin Bully. I believe he was only 2 years old. And what happened on February 18, 2024, was Justin's mom, Jessica Darthead, and her father and a DCFS monitor and her kids were in the house and they were partying and they were doing drugs and the drugs were on the table and the grandfather falls asleep and who knows what happened to the other two mothers who were in there, but Justin ended up getting his hands on the fentanyl and he had it on his nose and he died. But there were 5 other kids in the home at the time. All 5 of those kids had fentanyl in their system. Since the death of Justin Bully, we have shockingly learned that there was a monitor approved by the LA County DCFS. She was supposed to monitor and supervise the mother of Justin Bully. Her name is Secret Daniel. I'd like to introduce you all to Secret Daniel. Again, Secret was approved by the County of Los Angeles DCFS to be in the home and make sure nothing bad happened to these kids. So let's talk about who Secret Daniel is. She had a long criminal record. Here's her record. And by the way, this woman was somehow approved by the LA County DCFS with a criminal record. Let's go through it. Possession of marijuana, guilty. Speeding and financial liability law, driver's license revoked. Theft, misdemeanor. Public intoxication. Assault, threat of bodily injury. Theft, public intoxication. Failure to appear in court. Simple possession, and another failure to appear in court in 2021. This is the kind of woman that LA County DCFS approved to look after Justin. Now it gets worse. We did some digging further. The children of Secret Daniel, they were horrifically abused as well. So let's get this straight. The mother, who was approved by LA County DCFS, was abusing her children, and she was permitted to go watch over another woman who was abusing her children as well. When you approve one abusive mother to supervise another abusive mother, the consequences are a dead 2-year-old of fentanyl and 3 other children here horrifically abused. LA County DCFS threw a match on gasoline that exploded because they failed to properly vet Secret Daniel as an LA County DCFS monitor. This is inexcusable and deplorable. This stems from the Antelope Valley DCFS division. Why is that important? Gabriel Fernandez died in the Antelope Valley in Lancaster. Anthony Avalos, who we represented his family and recovered $35 million for that family, he died in the Antelope Valley. Noah Quattro, murdered, died in the Antelope Valley. Cameron Flores, a little boy, 4-year-old boy in 2024, he died of a fentanyl ingestion in the Antelope Valley, in the Lancaster area, in the Palmdale area. And this case now, this $75 million lawsuit on behalf of these 3 kids who had their childhood taken away from them, also stems from the Antelope Valley Division of LA County DCFS. Don't let LA County DCFS fool you. They have made no changes in their policies of any substance to protect children in the Antelope Valley Division in Palmdale and Lancaster. Let me tell you a little bit more about Secret Daniel. Let's get back to Secret Daniel. For years, she abused her 3 girls. And there was an open LA County CPS file on Secret Daniel at the time that Justin Bully died. Before I even talk about this abuse, 1 year prior to Justin Bully dying of fentanyl, Jessica Darthead's boyfriend died of a fentanyl overdose in her bathroom with these 3 kids present and her kids present. You tell me why all these children were not removed in 2023 from their parents. Secret Daniel was not fit to be a mother. Jessica Darthead was not fit to be a mother. All those children should have been removed from the homes in 2022, 2023. I'm going to read you a list of what Secret Daniel did to her kids. These 3 young girls, I think their ages 10, 8, and 3, right? 10, 8, and 3. These young girls had their lives stolen from them by an abusive and diabolical mom named Secret Daniel because LA County DCFS failed to investigate her background and failed to remove these kids. These young children were forced to sleep on the floor, no beds. They were locked in their rooms for days at a time. They were starved. These 3 young girls were starved. And when they were fed every other day, every other few days, they were given a little bit of water and some apples. And when the grandmother finally got custody of these 3 girls, they were so malnourished, you could see bones coming out of their body. That's how bad these kids were starved. You tell me how LA County DCFS doesn't find that out if they're doing their job. They weren't doing their job. And these kids have suffered immensely because of that. Secret Daniel would whip these kids with a belt buckle in the face, too, bruising their bodies. Secret Daniel routinely punched her children in the face. What young girl in this country deserves to be punched in the face by her mom? This should have never happened had LA County DCFS done their job. Secret Daniel, the LA County approved monitor, would give alcohol to her children and force them to take sleeping pills at night. How about this? None of these kids were ever enrolled, none of these children were ever enrolled in school. How does LA County DCFS miss that? LA County DCFS's job is to make sure children in an open case are going to school. These kids were not even enrolled in school. Now they're years behind in their school. But this is something that DCFS should have found out. Had they been doing their job, these 3 kids would have been removed from the danger and they wouldn't have been tortured for all these years. Secret Daniel allowed her 2 oldest girls, and she encouraged them to engage in sexual acts with Jessica Darthead, the other mother. So one mother approved by the county, Secret Daniel, would encourage her 2 older girls to engage in sexual acts with the other abusive mother, Jessica Darthead, in the home. Just deplorable. dart head would digitally penetrate the vaginas of these young girls and caress their body parts, all while their mom watched and gained sexual gratification. This is the type of woman that your LA County DCFS approved as a monitor. Secret Daniel allowed Jessica Darthead to fondle the breasts of her two other kids too. Secret Daniel and the mother she was supposed to be supervising and monitoring watched porn with these kids. Secret Daniel forced these girls to fight each other. LA County DCFS approved a mom who forced her kids to fight each other and punch each other.
Some really strong allegations there against LA County, and we'll continue to follow this case here for you on Live Now from Fox. So